You know, the Bible really is pretty cool. And there are a lot of things I read in the Bible, and I'm amazed how pertinent they are to real life still. And sometimes it's little things. In my Bible reading, I'm at the end of Genesis, and it's talking about when Joseph was prime minister of Egypt, and he's preparing for the famine. And boy, when it hits, people are selling, they don't have any food, and so they give all their cash, and then they give all their livestock the next year. The third year, they give their land. And then Joseph leases back the land in effect and says, here, grow crops. I'll give you seed, grow crops. You give me 1/5 of the produce. Whatever your land produces, you give a fifth back to Egypt. You know, there's a lot of things about that. I was reading, I've seen that before, I guess, but it struck me that out in West Texas, even today, that's still how a lot of landowners use their land. They lease it to someone, typically for a fourth or a third of the crop, depending on what the crop is. Often a fourth of the production for cotton, a third for wheat. You know, when I was thinking about that, I thought that really does work pretty well. It's better. You can, I guess, just lease land if you're a farmer and want to just pay somebody money. But if you have a bad year, you're out cash and no production, and well, it's hard enough to make a living as a farmer. That'll put you under pretty quick. Or if you have a really great year and a lot of crops, well, the landowner makes more too. And so they kind of share the profit or share the loss that way. You know, I don't know why I never connected those. My wife's family farmed for years and years and years. And for a few of those years, I kind of managed the farm for my father-in-law. And so I know what the whole deal is about a fourth and a third of the production. I just never had connected them. And there it is, all those years ago in Genesis, Joseph came up with a plan that was very, very similar. I've got the land, you do the work, you take most of the production, I'll take a little. Kind of the same thing still works. You know, it just reminds me, there's a lot of things a lot more important in the Bible than how you do land and crops. But it also strikes me, the Bible's got a lot of wisdom in it, and the Bible's got a lot of things that are true to life in it. And if you just read the Bible, you'll learn a whole lot about how to do life. And eventually you'll learn a whole lot about how to do eternal life. This is Steve Ridgell, thinking the Bible's really pretty cool.